Hey, Paul over at Ziggy's downtown Hudson. My name is Josh Nelson here at Midwest Valley Marketing. I know you spoke with Jen a little bit, want some more information in regards to what we could potentially do or what we can give you some information to do and how to boost your guys' traffic to your guys' website online and actually get more customers in the doors as well. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into here. We're going to go over a few things, so bear with me here. You do have two locations. I want to touch base on both of them, kind of see how they're both doing, and you can see it as well. So first things first, we have your, I believe this is your Hudson website. I did notice there's two. We're going to go into those in a second, but not a bad looking website. I really like what you got going here. I see you got catering, party room. You got all the things that you guys offer. You got the pictures of your building right in the back here. That's not bad at all. One thing I would consider maybe trying to change if I was you is having all the content that you guys have on your guys' website. Google absolutely loves content, and they will rank you better for it. We'll get more into the rankings here in a second, but definitely having more content. There's a lot of things we can do once we have more content. We can kind of hide it so it's not all very obvious, but we don't want to have a lot of it on there. But for the most part, not very bad looking website at all. Your homepage is very small. Normally, your average homepage should have anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 words of content on it, depending on what the niche around you is. So we do all that research to figure out how much content each of your pages should actually have in order for Google to start ranking you better. And so that's kind of something we dive into later on. But this is very short and brief. One thing I would like to see maybe is a little bit more black and yellow. That's kind of your guys' theme is black and yellow. It's your logo. Maybe make that site a little bit darker and have some pop with it with all of the live videos of musicians, pardon me, that you guys have. Maybe a video going on in the background. Just something to really get the eyes catching as to, hey, this is a fun place. Let's hang out here. Things like that. Boosting all these as well, your catering and your party room. More later on. Nevertheless, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to compare you to one of your competitors in the area. And we're not going to compare you to just anybody. We're actually going to compare you to Peer 500. And I'm going to show you why we're going to compare you to them. So when we go to Google and we search something like restaurants near Hudson, Wisconsin, right? So we get this. First thing we see are these three restaurants. This is your Google My Business profile. I know you guys have one. You're doing really well on it. I think you had 500 some odd reviews on there. Would highly recommend getting those reviews boosted up. That way you are found up here. So we want to get closer to that 1,000 and just over 700-800 reviews. So that way we're found right here right away. People will, without a doubt, click on your business and decide to go to you just because you're highly rated within this section right here. So we want to get those boosted up. We can also optimize this as well. That way it will start converting and getting to the top faster. We had citations, backlinks, similar like we do with SEO. But nevertheless, why we are going to compare you to Peer 500. So when we search this, we have that, explain that, and then we have below. This is the organic section of Google. The first page is usually pretty cram-packed with things like Restaurant Guru, Yelp, OpenTable, TripAdvisor, stuff like that. They're pretty powerful because they're constantly putting into their SEO. So they usually take over the first page when it comes to restaurants like this. But then we go to the second page. The next most found one is going to be Mallory's Rooftop. Personally, not a fan of their website, not a fan of what they're doing, not a fan of their food. So just not going to compare you to that. Then we're going to grab Peer 500 because they're right below it. So they're doing something really well with their back end of things, which is SEO or search engine optimization with backlinks. And so we're going to grab them. Similar to you, we're going to grab their URL. Same thing with you. We're going to grab your URL and we're going to look at some numbers. Right? So once we grab your URL, we bring it over here into this tool we like to use called Ahrefs. It actually gives us a guideline of where you guys sit right now. So you have 27-12 rating. We want to get this closer to evened out, 27-27, something more like. You have 181 backlinks. You have 69 referring domains that are holding those backlinks. And your website currently has 489 organic keywords. And with those numbers, you're getting roughly 1.2 thousand organic traffic every single month. But I'm going to show you what happens once we start to boost these numbers up and what's possible. This is exactly why Peer 500 is at the top of the organics right now. They have so many more backlinks. They have almost double you in organic keywords. Same thing, double referring domains. And look what starts to happen. 6.4 thousand organic traffic. That's just insane. I mean, that's 5,000 more organic traffic than you guys are currently getting right now. So definitely going into your getting your SEO fine-tuned and starting to put something into that is going to help you out big time. One thing that we do is we actually go in and we figure out every single backlink that Pure 500 has. Same thing with all of their keywords. We find the best possible options for you, things that are going to rank you faster, things that are valuable, things that draw power to your website and to your business. It's a lot of research done, but I'm not going to go over all of that here. Another thing I wanted to look at too is to compare your Hudson, Wisconsin one and your Stillwater one. So let's see here. We have your Hudson one. Let's go Stillwater. I don't know if you have it connected to the same site or if it's a different site. See this? You have 630 Google reviews on here as well. Phenomenal. Great. Love to see it. Yeah, so you have a completely different website here. And one thing I would do is probably maybe even consider having one website and putting it all into one. That way you don't have to constantly be working on both. And it's a little bit more familiar to the average consumer. But so same thing here. We're going to take your URL and we're going to actually compare both of your restaurants. So we're going to figure out which one's optimized better, which one's optimized worse. So right here, take a quick look at these numbers. We're going to look at this one, mainly 1.2 organic traffic. Now let's put on the Stillwater one. So your Stillwater one is lacking exponentially worse, unfortunately, even though your numbers are not quite the same in regards to your backlinks and organic keywords, stuff like that. So that just goes to prove that once you start really putting stuff into there, that it can really boost up. And because restaurants are such a competitive industry, you can really attack all of your backlinks a lot harder than you guys currently are right now, which will get you boosting up, I would like to say, in the first pages and getting another 1,000 to 2,000 more organic traffic within the next 6 months even. So the timeline is actually right there for you. Another thing I wanted to touch base on was your guys' Facebook page. So good looking Facebook page. I see you got your quick chat options available. That's great. Your location. If we can put another location in here, I would definitely post that as well. I don't know if Facebook allows that, but it's something we should look into. That another thing we like to look at is how are you getting interactions online, right? So your last post, May 31st, was a pin post, so it's not actually on May 31st. But it got 79 reactions. So I'm assuming you might have boosted this post and kind of run an ad with it. Got a lot of interactions. That's great. But then in regards to other things like this one, that was June 1st. That's 11 likes. June 1st, we're getting 31 likes there. 30, 27, 6, nothing there. 4, 3, 8. So it's looking like lately you're getting a lot more interactions. It might be because you're boosting them. I don't know for sure. It's kind of how this looks like. It was an ad or a boosted post. So definitely, if you can afford to do that, I would highly recommend doing that. Maybe even changing up what you guys are posting a little bit. It all seems kind of repetitive to me. And then, for somebody who's following you, they're probably going to see the same thing every single week, right? Oh, we got another band playing. Okay, cool, not bad. People like to be informed on that, but they also want to be able to interact. So that's one thing you want to consider doing. Maybe we want to add, a video of the staff working behind it, behind the counter or something like that, or your bartenders mixing a drink. That's always kind of fun to see, behind the scenes stuff like that. And same thing as the Google reviews. Always recommend getting out more reviews on your Facebook page. It just builds trust within your community and people that are looking for you online. So with that being said, Paul, I hope this video found you useful information any way, shape, or form. We'd be happy to assist you if you had any questions in regards to this, but nevertheless, wanted to get this over to you to help you out. You can use this however you'd like. With that being said, thanks again, Paul. My name is Josh here at Midwest Valley Marketing. Hope you have a great day.